Hello students, the second application for which we are going to formulate the model is marketing research. It's now the case given here is like this. Marketing Survey Incorporation MSI specializes in evaluating consumer reaction to new products, services and advertisement campaigns. A client firm requested MSI's assistance in ascertaining consumer reaction to a recently marketed household product. During meetings with the client, MSI agreed to conduct door-to-door personal interviews to obtain responses from households with children and households without children. In addition, MSI agreed to conduct both day and evening interviews. Specifically, the client's contract called for MSI to conduct 1000 interviews under following quota guidelines. So just go through these guidelines. That is what the requirements are there. All this we will be using in formulating the model. This will be all be your constraints, right? So because the interviews for households with children take additional interviewer time, and because evening interviews are paid more than the daytime interviewers, the cost varies with the type of interview. Based on the previous research studies, estimated the interview cost. So these are the interview costs. So with a household with children, day is $20, evening is $25. If the household is not with children, then $18 daytime and evening is $20 per house, right? So this is now when we start. So what is the household time of day interview plan that will satisfy the contract requirements at a minimum total interviewing cost? So our objective is to minimize the total interviewing cost. So always first thing is that you are going to declare the variables, and if the notations which you are going to use for the variables. So this is how we declare the variables. DC is the number of daytime interviews of households with children. EC is the evening interviews of households with children. DNC is the number of daytime interviews with households without children, and ENC number of evening interviews of households without children. And then as given in the information, we will start. This is our the cost table, and we will use that 20 times DC, 25 times EC, and this is our cost equation which we want to minimize. This is my objective function. Then the constraints are there that they require total interviews to be exactly 1000. Then household with children, the interviews should be at least 400. All those information, all those conditions are given here. So each and every condition will give me a separate equation in my constraints. So overall, when I put everything together, right, which is very logical and obvious. For example, at least 40% of interviews of households with children during the evening, right? So the evening with children should be greater than or equal to 40% of total daytime and evening with children. So like this you will make the equations logically, and this is how you will, this is your final model. You have to write the objective function here, right? This is your objective function, and you need to minimize because it's a cost. We want to minimize. In the earlier it was maximize, where we were doing media selection. So this is minimize. Then this is your total interviews for constraints, households with children, and all that. All those constraints are there, and obviously towards the end we will write the all the variables should be positive, non-negativity constraint. And when you solve this using Excel solver, you will get this particular answer, and the total cost is going to be, the minimum total cost is 20,320. And if you do this, then you will get the required as per the required plan, your market research will be done as properly. So this is the answer. So this model is the answer. Thank you.